Hey everyone, Mick here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the basics of calories, what they are, why they're important, and how to track them easily. It's important to know about calories. Why? Because calories are the key to controlling your weight. If you eat too many calories, you gain weight. If you don't eat enough, you lose weight. But if you're not paying attention, it's very easy to overeat without realizing it, or not eat enough and slow down your progress. Tracking your calories helps you manage your weight. Plus, it helps you stay on track and actually see the results that you're working toward. So first, what is a calorie? Well, a calorie is just a unit of measure. It's a way that we can measure the amount of energy that we get from the things that we eat or we drink. So a calorie is not bad for us. It's actually something that we need to function. Without calories, our body doesn't have the energy to just do basic functions like breathing, thinking, or moving. Because of this, it's important to understand that calories are the key to controlling your weight. We all have a certain number of calories that we need to eat daily to maintain our weight. If over time we eat more than what we need, we're going to gain weight. If we eat less than what we need, we're going to lose weight. And if we're matching what we need to what we're eating, our weight is maintained. It's just simple math. A pound of body fat has roughly 3,500 calories. So, knowing this, a 500 calorie decrease under the number of calories you need to maintain your weight can give us a weight loss of about 1 pound per week. That's 500 calories times 7 days equals 3,500 calories. But this is just a guideline. Actual weight loss is not perfectly linear, and it can vary over time. And just a note, if you want to lose more weight per week, you would need to reduce your calorie intake further. But I found that the more I cut back, the harder it is to stick with long term. So I prefer to lose less per week because it's more sustainable and it helps keep me on track. So how many calories do you need? Well, it varies from person to person. But you want to find out what is your total daily energy expenditure. This is also known as your maintenance calories. Basically, it's the number of calories that your body burns daily, including any movement and activity. So your first step is to find out what your total daily energy expenditure number is. There are some complex formulas that help you calculate your total daily energy expenditure, but the easiest way to do it is to search and find an online calculator. It will give you an estimate of the calories that you burn daily based on your age, your height, your weight, and your activity level. It's important to know that this number is just an estimate, so it might not be perfect for you. So use this number to get started with, but after a couple of weeks of tracking, you will get a better idea whether you need to adjust that number up or down. So be flexible, track your progress, and then adjust it if you need to. So the next step is to set your calorie ranges based on the goals that you're trying to attain. For example, if I want to lose weight, I will take my maintenance level calorie number and decrease it by 500 calories. That will give me my weight loss target number. Then once I have that calorie weight loss number, I'm going to set a calorie range of 150 calories above or below that number. And that's going to be the calorie range that I'm shooting for every day to lose weight. For example, if my maintenance calorie level is 2,500 calories and I want to lose a pound a week, then I'm going to decrease that number by 500 calories. So my weight loss calorie number is going to be 2,000 calories a day. Then set an upper range by adding 150 calories to the 2,000. So that gives me 2,150. And then set a lower range where I'm going to subtract 150 calories, which gives me 1,850 calories. So the range of calories that I'm looking to eat every day would be somewhere between 1,850 to 2,150 calories. This gives us a 300 calorie range that we could work with. So some days you might eat less, other days you might eat a little more, because it's unrealistic to expect to eat the same exact number of calories every single day. Plus, this range still maintains a calorie deficit over time. And I also want to mention that exercise can help you reduce your calorie deficit. So if I'm burning 200 calories through exercise, I won't need to cut as much from my food intake. Now, if you're looking to gain weight, then you would do the opposite. You would increase your calories by, let's say, 500 and then create the range around that number. If you're looking to maintain your weight, then just take your maintenance level calories and then decrease them by 150 calories, increase them by 150 calories, and then you'll have a range of 300 calories to work with right around that maintenance level. So knowing your maintenance level calories will help you regardless of whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, or even maintain. It's simply a matter of balancing the energy that's coming in versus what's going out. So now that you know the range of calories that you want to work with, the next question is, how do you know the number of calories that are in food? And the answer to that is you look it up. Now, before the internet, I used to have a calorie book that I used to use and calculate my calories per day by hand. But now it's so easy. I mean, we have apps and websites that will give us the calorie information on just about anything. For me, I use the free version of MyFitnessPal, but there are other apps out there like Chronometer, Lose It. You could use the USDA website, or you could look things up on Google. For any of the whole foods like meats, fruits, vegetables, the app should have the calories for those. The packaged products most likely will be in the app also, but if they're not, you can just check the product label. But make sure you look at the serving sizes because some of these labels can be sneaky. Remember that what you see on the label is for one serving, and the package can have multiple servings. So just be aware of that. So how do you go about starting to track your calories? Well, the first step is to use an app. Try them and just see which one you like the best. And the great thing about the app is that it doesn't just track calories. It gives me a breakdown of my macronutrients. So it shows me the percentages of my protein, my carbohydrates, and my fats. And this helps me see any imbalances in my diet. And then I could work on balancing those things out. Next, you need to measure or weigh your food in some way. Now, you don't need to do this forever. But especially at first, you need to start getting a sense of the quantities of the food that you're eating. And then over time, you'll be able to just eyeball certain amounts of food and get a rough idea of how much you're eating. So keep in mind that a lot of times we tend to eat similar foods over and over again. So when you have certain meals that you're preparing, once you've measured them a few times, you'll get a sense of the amounts that you're putting in as you're preparing them. Also, I found that measuring things is really a habit. Once you get used to doing it, it doesn't seem to be as big of an issue. The next thing is to be consistent with your tracking and to get your foods into the app as soon as you can so you don't forget anything. And remember to track even the small things, the creamer in your coffee or that little cookie that you popped into your mouth. They all count. And if you're eating out, a lot of times you might not know the number of calories that are in the meal that you're having. So go into the app and find a similar or comparable meal and use that as an estimate. And if multiple options pop up, pick the one that's a little bit higher so you give yourself a buffer. It's better to track something than to track nothing at all. A smaller body uses less energy to maintain itself and needs less calories. So recalculate your maintenance calories every few weeks so you can make sure that you're still in the right calorie ranges. And don't stress. Calorie tracking is not meant to be perfect. Think of it more as a tool or a guide to help you stay consistent toward your fitness goals and help you build new long-term habits. And because it's a tool, don't use it as a way to judge yourself or to make yourself feel bad or guilty if you go above your calorie ranges on occasion. Remember, it's there to help you. So there you have it, the basics of calories and how to track them. Whether you're looking to lose weight, gain weight, or you just want to be more mindful of what you're eating, understanding calories puts you in more control. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about staying consistent and making informed decisions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked what I had to say, click the like button, subscribe, remember to stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.